All right, Hollywood drag racing boy. Look here, man. I hate to tell y'all, but we late. But check it out. We had a little technical difficulties trying to get my man on, but we got it all sorted out where we can at least get me and my man Dave here on. My man Pinky, he ain't so savvy with that computer, but we're gonna have to give him some training and some iPad 101 or something because we got to have him where he can do this with no problem. But at the end of the day, you know, we here. We gonna make it do what it do. This how we go racing, and I'm super excited. You know, the forecast looking pretty good. Y'all know it's always gonna be a chance of some storms in Alabama. Don't worry about that. Just get on over there and come enjoy your hobby. A few little things I want to touch base. I want to once again thank the sponsors again for standing behind us, showing us their support, and we continue to try to make sure that we support you all in the best of our ability. We know that we had Fuel Tech going to be showing up at this race over here at the J2 Connect Nationals also. So look forward to seeing them and the other couple of our manufacturers be out there on our manufacturers row. I also got to throw a shout out to y'all at MRE. MRE say he gonna throw that $50 for every number one qualifier for this upcoming race. So y'all look out for that cash bonus from MRE from my man Jay Reagan. That's gonna be a little bit of extra swag for y'all. Put in your pockets a little extra cash or something for y'all to put in y'all pockets. So y'all look forward to that. We'll thank MRE for that. And like I told y'all, it's this weekend going down the J2 Connect Nationals over here at the Steele, Alabama International Dragway in Steele, Alabama. Like I said, May 31st to June 2nd. Now check this out. Pay close attention now, because it's kind of like our drivers mean a little bit too. Thursday is a track operated test and tune session. Ain't got nothing to do with the manufacturers company. I already talked to James over there. He said they got their test and tune on Thursdays normally. So if you get there early Thursday and want to test, you're gonna have to go directly to the Alabama International Dragway staff, get your test and tune. If you're gonna be there also for the event, you probably have to end up paying the park. To get in the event with them, as well as go ahead and satisfying your weekend passes with the Manufacturers Cup. So that's just an FYI. I wanted to put that out there. I want nobody to be surprised when they got to the gate saying, I paid online and blah, 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 whatever. If you get there on Thursday, they got that courtesy of parking on Thursday is a courtesy for us. But if you get there on Thursday, some tracks they let us come on and do it. Some tracks got a program going on. This one in particular has a program going, so you can get in, but you'll just have to pay to get in for their Thursday as well as the Manufacturers Cup event as well. I did try to make some accommodations for golf carts to no avail. Like I said, we just got to manage control over there when it comes to events, but we'll get that all figured out. And on hotels, I have some rooms myself up at the Super 8. They gave us some good prices. So if y'all want to reach out to those, to the people over there and talk to them, you with the motorcycle event, they might give you the same rate which we had. But like I said, my man Pinky couldn't get on. We was trying to get him on. That's what got us a little late. We was trying with all we could do to get him on. But at any rate, I got my man coming here. We're gonna bring my man Dave Young, one of our sportsman racers, racing pretty much every class we got out there, almost except for 4-6. He got a bike to go 4-6. We'll pay some bills. We're gonna come back and bring my man Dave back on when we come back. We'll see y'all in 1 minute.
From Top Fuel to Pro Mod, Fuel Tech has the perfect solution for your bike. Fuel Tech is changing the game, transforming a traditional EFI system into a compact vehicle control unit with touchscreen dashboard. Fuel injection, timing control, boost control, nitrous control, traction control, wheelie control, and safety controls are just a few of Fuel Tech's features. Learn more about what Fuel Tech has to offer at www.fueltech.net.
All right. We got my man over here, Big Dave Young. I see you rocking that Willa Racer t-shirt. Join the family, then you, boy.
That's
You
right.
done join the family, huh?
Yes, sir.
So how you liking that? How you liking that Wheeler product, boy?
He's the man. He built me one of the baddest small tires around last year, and then he built me. It's really a 460 bike, but I run at top gas. So he's a man. There ain't no other one like him.
Hey man, look here. I know everybody, don't don't know you like we do. So won't you let everybody know who we got over here, man, and give them a little spiel about how you get started with this deal, man.
I A lot of people know Richard Holder. I started with Richard Holder back in 88, 89, and raced with him a while, Mike Lakowski and John Markham and all them, and raced until 2008, got out of it for a couple of years. I got back in it about 4 years ago, and been at it ever since. So
I
it's
mean, you called some hitters out right there. You was running with a rough crew right there, boy.
oh yeah, I race Simder with them. I never missed a Simder race. All of us, we all race Simders. All went down to Bradenton race. They're hard hitters.
Yeah,
So
some tough racing stuff. How'd you get in? How'd you get into the motorcycle drag racing scene? I mean, because a lot of us. I mean, I started with cars originally, and I just kind of just the motorcycles just seemed fun. It seems like a lot more fun to me at that time. So, how'd you get involved with the motorcycles?
I went to Jack's Raceway and watched them for a while, and I said I want one of them. And I worked until I got one. Richard Holder got me started in it, and been doing it ever since. I mean, it's a blast. People don't understand what 5 seconds is on a motorcycle. It's that little bit of 5 seconds is better than a lot of things.
Where are you from, Dave?
Originally Jacksonville, Florida, but I live in
Uh,
Asheville, North Carolina. Originally in Jacksonville, Florida, I live in Asheville, North Carolina now.
oh, so you up there near the Biltmore Estates? You live up in the little beautiful side of North Carolina up there. It's beautiful up there, man.
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes from the Biltmore.
Oh man, that's the mountains right there, the Black Mountains.
Yeah, yeah, you got Black Mountain. Yeah, right there, all there together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
it's beautiful up there.
I actually rented a campsite up there one time on my way to go see my daughter in Winston-Salem. And I pulled up in that thing. I was on the side on the side of a mountain there. Well, it was crazy, but it was cool. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
man.
we got bears
So
walking around here today. We had a bear walking through the yard today.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what do you
they're.
do in that situation?
I just jump in a car I'm working on, wait till he leaves.
So so
Yeah,
you say you said you worked hard until you got a chance to get that motorcycle. So when you got into racing, was the motorcycle the first, step into the drag racing scene, or was it through a car?
a motorcycle.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, motorcycles.
Motorcycle.
So have you did the cars as well, though, right?
I've had street cars and stuff like that, just old hot rods and stuff, but I never raced cars.
Just the motorcycles. Well, hey, you're a tough customer, man. I think it's like almost every week. I either see you eating sushi, ate too much sushi in the hospital, or you don't want somebody to race at the racetrack. I mean, I said, I
Yep.
don't know what the hell wrong with that man right there, boy. He better lay off
I
that
like.
sushi or something, boy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what somebody told me. Said that might not be too good for you, and that's what you said. I said, well, I ain't gonna eat no more for a while. Yeah. After that,
So I mean,
after I got the.
and you said you quit racing for a little while, took a break, and when you took that break, I mean, how was that for you, man?
I missed it. I got in old cars and hot rods and stuff and did them for a while. And needless to say, John Markham called me. He bought a bike and he said, "Hey, you want to come race this thing?" And I said, "Sure." And I went out and raced it. And I bought it the next week and been doing it ever since then. But
I mean, you got a fleet of motorcycles too over there now, man. You got a fleet of them,
oh yeah,
man. You got bullets over there. You almost look like the Clemmy brothers over there all by yourself.
you got to have a backup to the backup.
Hey, I can see that you got that part covered, and now y'all just added another bike to the stable where you got Kasem Markham,
Yeah.
he's a really tough junior dragster racer already. Now it's
Yep.
transferring over to the motorcycle. Now that's gonna be a heck of a stable right there. Now you got Dalton, John, yourself, and Casey, and who else
Yep.
you got over there?
Mike Lakowski,
Oh
Richard
yeah,
Holder. I mean, all of them. Um, just a bunch of good racers. You know, the reason why
yeah.
I got Case in that motorcycle, I bought Case in that bike because he's helped me for the last 2 to 3 years. I don't have a pit person, and every race, you know, he helps me. You know, sometimes he helps me more than his dad. His daddy told him one day, he said, "Hey man, I need some help too." He said, "Well, sorry, Dad, Dave pays more." So,
A little
and I thought
entrepreneur
about
at
it,
the
and that
track.
bike came up. Yep, that bike come up at a good
Excuse
deal,
me.
and I called his daddy and told his daddy, and I bought it for him, and I gave it to him at a banquet, and
Man, that's awesome, man. That's
yeah, his
awesome,
daddy
man.
breaking it in right now.
Oh, I bet he is. Boy, he done won.
Yeah,
I seen him on the internet somewhere. He went to about 5 finals in one race. I said, boy, I don't know if he gonna hurt it or help it.
he'll rebuild it.
Yeah. No, but I think about, you know, from I guess from my standpoint, when you have a group of competitive racers as you guys are, you are traveling and following the Manufacturers Cup circuit, and I really appreciate your support, yours and the
Yes, sir.
Markhams and so forth, because it means a lot, and I think that sometimes wonder like, dang, I wonder if the competition's a little too stiff, when you have all these hitters in there. But then I think about it on the flip side that when I came up, there were the Mark Hancocks and the Junior Pippins and all those guys that were just tough. The Tony
Yep.
Trills, Walter Robinsons, and all those guys that if you wanted to win a race, Melvin Philpott, you got to get through these guys. So it was not worth avoiding where they raced to
No.
just try to go after the pot. Do you think now that your participation, your group of participations, go scare off some folks or not?
Yeah, it's you got to race good to get better.
Yeah,
That's, and we are beatable. There's people out there to beat us, but you got to race good. You can't dodge nobody. You got to pull up next to them. That's how you get good. It might take
yeah,
10 tries to beat them, but you'll get it.
and and here you are, you are probably 5 tech cars per event minimum.
Yep.
It's a lot of racing.
Yes, it is. I've got a lot of people helping me do it. You got to get them all gassed up and ready for the next round. You ain't got time to be doing nothing else but concentrating and getting back up there. That's this the first man cup I was in super comp. I got out there was probably 8 bikes left, but then I was in, I can't remember. I was in top gas. No, it was top gas and super comp. And
Uh-huh.
they were one right after the other. So when I got put out in
Right.
super comp, I went all the way to the final in top gas. That's the first time Wheeler built the bike. I went there 3 weeks to his shop before the man cup. The bike was a frame and a front wheel sitting on a table.
Wow.
And he called me up 2.5 weeks later, said, "Come and get it. It's ready."
And
We
you
took
went
it
and
down
got
there.
it.
First pass on it went a 772, 180 mile an hour. I told him I was too old to go that
I know
fast.
you was. You was only that fast. You went to 7. Was it Courtney or you were only then? You went
No,
that
I rode it.
fast.
Yeah, I rode
How
it. The
quick
big time,
did
I
you
rode
get
the
through the
bike.
how how quick did you get through the eighth then?
It went a 490, 495 in the 8th mile. Yeah, and that was with a
7-7.
129. That's a 129 60 footer.
Oh man. Hey, what you went back and told me I wasn't trying to go that fast,
I,
boss.
I said, man, that thing goes. But now he
Yeah,
built my small tire too, and that thing there went a 481 straight motor, no nitrous. Not with me on it,
481
with
small
Courtney.
tire. Well,
Yep,
now that's
Courtney
still
rode it with a
moving now.
481. He ended up going a 456, 160 on it. the last time he rode it. Yep.
And,
Small tire.
and that's the bike that's a small tire 460 bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yep.
basically small tire, whatever you want it to be bike too, because it runs top gas
Exactly.
too, doesn't
Oh yeah. Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah. We got
Hey
stuff to make
man,
them slow them down.
that's right, that's right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back, Big Dave. We back again with my man Big Dave Young, one of our tough motorcycle racers. Dave runs in about 3 or 4 sportsman classes, runs some ET, Pro ET. He gets all he can get out there. I mean, shoot, you probably had to lose about 10, 15 pounds in an event. How much racing you
Yep.
be doing, man? But you love it. I mean, you
Oh yeah.
absolutely love it, man. I mean, what do you love so much about it, though? I mean, because you absolutely like you eat it up.
Oh yeah. Man, it's just the thrill of it to me. It's just so fun, and the people. I love the people at the track family. It's good.
Yeah.
And Man Cup, it's just a good series and good races. And I
Yeah,
just love it.
yeah, I
That's
appreciate
what I
that.
work for. That's what I work for, to
I
do
mean,
what we do.
yeah. What kind of work do you do?
I got a body shop.
Okay, so
Work on
you do
cars,
you.
big buses.
The main thing you like is the big old bus. I remember one time you told me hey, you're fixing something. I had a little dinner or something. You told me bring it on up there. You'll take care of it. Right while I was
Oh
waiting,
yeah.
I was like, shoot, I'm gonna have to ride on. That'd be a good trip to Asheville for that right there.
Oh
That's a
yeah. Yeah.
weekend parkway. Shoot.
I got a big old building up in. It's a bus contract people I work for, and they built me a new
Uh-huh.
shop just to do their stuff in. Spent over 200 grand on it this year, and it's just finished. So I just go up there and work in the evenings. When they wreck a bus, I just go fix it and then done with it.
Yeah, man, that
But
that
I've been
got to
doing
be
it for
something
like
pretty cool.
14
That
years. For
the same company,
Yeah, yep,
14 years.
yep, doing
Man, that's
those, and
awesome
I've
to
got
be
a
able to.
company. I got a company in Greenville, South Carolina. I do work for too.
So when you've put all this together and you look over your racing career and you think about like all the accomplishment because you win a lot. I mean, you get around that money quite a bit. I mean, that's just the way it is. I've watched you. You know, I didn't know you that well until I think we started running the SDBA and the Man Cup. We got to
Yep.
know each other through that. And
Yep.
I remember, you know, you and I talking about your bikes, and I think you went ahead and did a bike with Wheeler, and ever since
Hmm.
then, I mean, shoot, you know, I've been looking at all the bikes you build, and they're all really really nice. You've even painted some really nice bikes too. I've seen you put out some nice
Oh
paint
yeah.
work. That yeah, that seems like it'd be a hobby of yours too, the painting. But
Oh yeah.
what do you feel like is your one of your most accomplished things that you've done, you know, as it relates to to your racing career?
Well, I've got 5 Wallies. I've got 5 Wallies and uh, and one Cinder championship in '08. You know, and I just love racing.
And
I'm
and what
packed
was
up,
the
ready to
most
go
what was one
now.
of the most which one you felt like was your most difficult one? I mean, the one which one was the one that you felt like was like I did it.
Well, in '08, it's Simdra race. You remember Simdra and
Oh yeah, I was a
with Jackie Bryce.
2009 Pro Mod champion.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. So I won 2008 Super Comp, and it come down to me and this guy named Enos. We were racing, and it come down to the last race. I was like 10 points in front of him. It come down. Me and him were both in the finals, and this was
Wow.
for the championship. And He
Wow.
had like an 018 light. I had an 022, and we both run throttle stops. And I could hear I was looking at his throttle stop, and he took off. And about the time my throttle stop took off, I hear his bike hit the rev limiter to where it didn't shift. So I took on out of there.
Oh,
I got half track and said, oh Lord, I got to get out before I break out. So that was a good race. Come down to the last race of the season, and I won the
one
championship
of
in
them was
'08
in there.
Supercar. Huh?
That's it. I knew it was one of them in there that meant more than the other, and that was one that you had to get on that last pass, man.
The last pass of the
And
year
that
to
was
get the
two
championship.
in 2008, and then Syndra was no longer after 2009.
Right.
And
Yep.
so after 2009, what was your new home?
Um, I moved up here to Asheville. I
I
moved
mean,
up to
home
Asheville.
is I meant to say your racing home. Like, you raced the series, the
I quit.
Syndra series.
I quit in 2009 and didn't get back into
Wow.
it until about 18.
What was that about?
I just, I don't know, just
You
got out of
dropped
it.
the mic.
Just,
Did you drop the mic?
no,
Is
no, I
that
never
what you
wrecked.
say? You like
Never worked knuckle. Yeah, I did.
did you
Yeah,
say,
I got,
okay,
yep,
I did enough. Let me drop the mic. Did you finish? You had
yep,
finished enough. Mission accomplished.
yep. That was it. Then I finally, my wife that I have now, she's the greatest. And I told her, I said, back in night, whenever John called me, maybe it's 2020. And I told her, I said, I miss it. And I kind of like to get back into it. So I go out here and start wearing some butt out. But shoot, it's a totally different story now. From 2009 until 2020, man, I had to go against Dustin Lee 3 times at the first race, and he put me out every damn time. So,
Excuse me.
but
I
I'm
mean,
in it.
Dustin's
That's
tough
it.
though, man. I mean, he's tough though. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
people don't give. I mean, I don't know if I don't know. I mean, he's tough. I mean, it's just what it
He's
is.
a
I
good
mean,
racer.
people will some.
He's
Yeah, he's a good
Yep.
racer, man.
He's
That's just
just a
what
good
it is.
racer. He's had his
Some
bike
people
so
don't want to
long.
give
He's
him his
been on it.
prop.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's a
he
good
knows it
racer.
to the he
He's a
knows it to
he's a
the
hell of a
thou.
racer. Yep.
Yeah, he knows it to the thou.
He
That's
When
kind
you
of what
get
I
up
see
next to
with you
him, you
guys.
better be on your game. Yep.
But
That's like last
I
year.
see you. Go ahead.
Last year I raced him. We raced Super Comp. We both had like identical lights and went through there with a 560 with a 7. Both of us went through there with 560 with a 7. But I won. But he's a good racer.
Hey, I remember. I was about to say. I remember one you cracked that code. You last year. You about that was about one of your proud moments too when you finally got past old Dustin. Dustin something else though,
Yeah,
boy. He can race that old bike, boy. He
that's
got
right.
both of them working
I
too.
beat him like 3 or 4 times last year, but he's already got that made back up. He's good.
Yeah. Now, who would you say one of your toughest competitors are
John Markham.
that you race with?
I
Old
can.
Spooky.
I mean, I have beat him. I beat him. But Dustin, John, uh, you got Ronnie Woodall Jr. He's a hell of a racer.
Oh yeah.
Ronnie Woodall Jr. is a good
Oh yeah.
racer,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah. Oh, the son of the
there
gangster boy. You the son of
and
the
his
gangster
daddy's
boy. You
good.
know he
His
gonna be
daddy's
good.
good too. I've
Yeah.
raced with him. I've raced with him for a long time up
I
there.
about to
I
say, boy.
drive from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way up to Nashville to race with him.
Now I'm gonna
Yep.
tell you something though. Now, one we was up there for Pinky's race, and the night before, they run the race on the hill for the bracket program,
Yep.
and I sat there and I just like and I watched as a spectator, and I'll be honest and tell you that was some of the most closest races that I've seen consistently throughout the night, like on the hill.
Yep.
That's some
Them
tough
boys on
bracket
the
program. So
hill.
if yeah, they tough. Yeah, they tough.
Jordan
Division
Wise,
two,
his wife, they're all tough.
yeah,
They're all tough
yeah,
racers.
they did. Yeah, they are, man. And that hill, one thing I can say, if you can win on the hill, you can win anywhere.
That's
I can
right.
honestly say that from what I've seen, the packages, because
Yep.
it don't matter, where it's at. The package is the package. You get people bringing out for 2 pack, 2,000 pack, 3,000 pack, 5,000 pack, consistent. He can go anywhere with
Yep.
that right there and win. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
They're hard hitters up there.
and the junior dragster racers were just as tough. That's
Yep.
what really caught my attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Joey Markham's son. He's a good junior
Yeah.
dragster racer, boy. Yep.
Talk about
He's
little
a
what's his name? Dang, not Kasem,
um
his little nephew, I know his name too, man. I know his name just so as I can pull out.
yeah.
I know it. So
He's
we gonna come back around. We gonna get him. But he's really
uh,
tough. He's tough too.
oh
He's
yeah.
younger than Kasem, just a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little bit
Yep.
younger than Kasem. Yeah. Yeah, I remember his name in just a second, but yeah, but man, I'm glad you was able to come on and like I said, I really enjoy having you as a racer there, as a friend. You came there, and I appreciate the support you give, man. You feed everybody at the track. If anybody hungry, all you do is run down Dave's shop. He'll have something for you. If the
A
dogs will
ribeye or
let you
something.
in, or something.
Yep.
Look,
That's right.
we're gonna take a little break, Dave, and we're gonna come
Yep.
right back and get this thing wrapped up, man. I hate that we got on a little late, but
That's all
sometimes
right.
technology does its thing, but we're late better than never. We'll be right back.
That's right.
All right. We back again with man Dave Young. Y'all gonna be able to come see him out here this weekend at the Manufacturers Cup because Dave gonna be in the house. And all you do is stand in the stands and you gonna see him over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Cause he gonna keep it coming, man. He loves racing and he said out his own mouth. He gonna get out there and come and hang out with his racing
Yes, sir.
family. And we love it. We love it. We love having you and your family out there and other races, man. And you know, it's so cool to come race with all the people that's from so many different places that share a common interest. And
Yep.
the cool thing about it in motorcycle races that it seems to be a closer bond knit of people. We stick a little tight, and everybody's there to help each other, to make it happen. So, with that being said, man, I look forward to the second event of the year. We all prepped up and ready to rock and roll. We only gonna have 100 T-shirts now, so y'all better make sure y'all come get them. We gonna have 100 T-shirts. Listen, 100. I'm not gonna have a trailer full of T-shirts. And so look, we got a new design on the T-shirts. Look pretty cool. And we also got the last Ronnie Raymond dedication shirts. I said we had a few of those left. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get the rest of those out so I can go ahead and cash this out, write a check to the family. I really want to get that taken care of, but I didn't want to do without at least giving another shot at this event before we did that. So then we got like 28, 27 or 28 more shirts. We're going to get those sold, get some money to the family, Ronnie Raymond. So we look forward to for y'all to come down to the event, stop by the merch booth, come holler at us over there, get you a couple of souvenirs, but also stroll around. We're going to have, Miss Ella's Kitchen. We're going to have Blues Barbecue back in the spot again. We got some more vendors gonna be rolling up. So as while we talking about this, let's be mindful that the parking, the parking behind the pit side bleachers, all that space behind the pit side bleachers are for vendors, and the very first parking space in front of the pit side, leave that for vendors as well. I'll have it marked off, but just be mindful that before you park for the event, to give that consideration because we want to make sure our vendors who help sponsor what we do get those parking spaces so you all be able to have that access to them. The food, people need to be where they need to be at, and so forth. If you need some help, don't hesitate to ask somebody. We'll make sure you get parked. That's what it is. The place, and if you notice when you come from the return road, it kind of splits. Yeah, I see you, Willa Racing. The return road splits the pit. So if you can, try not to put yourself in the middle of the return road. We'll help you with that as well. And then the return road deads in into the first group of parking spaces that are right in front of the pit lane, the staging lanes. But we'll help you all out with all that. And like I said, Wheeler Racing, I see my man
Y'all
over there.
better
Look at
watch
him
us.
over there. He ready, boy. Wheeler
That's
Racing,
right.
Dave Young over there. You over there repping
What's
my
his name?
main
What's
man.
it? Thompson Jr. Whatever. My little
What?
buddy
What?
runs top gas.
You
I owe him
you
one.
owe him
He's a
some.
good racer.
Oh,
He's a good racer.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
he's a
now you
good
know he
racer.
listening to you there.
That's right. He's my man. Him
Hey,
all of them.
yeah, he gonna be
Jamal
doubling
Watkins.
up this weekend. Oh
I
yeah,
hope
there's some
so.
tough races right here. Yeah, they're gonna be
Oh
doubling
yeah.
up this weekend.
Especially the girl
They
coming
gonna be
from
handling
Canada
business
too.
too. Oh, so you got some business to take care of what you saying.
Yep.
Anything, hey, look here, check this out now. You know, they ain't making that long trip for nothing now.
No, that's right. I I think I sent her home. I think I went a 5:10 with a 2 when I sent her home.
Hold on. You sent her home?
Oh yeah, I put her on the trailer.
What round was
I, th-
that?
I went the first race, the first Top Gas race you
Uh,
had. Man, yeah, I went all the way to the finals. I raced Thompson in the finals. All my life from a 002 to a 014 all day, and I had little Thompson in the finals. I had a 011 right, 011 light red, but run dead on with a 4, and he
oh
broke out, but
man,
he won. He's a good racer.
y'all battling over there. We got to come up with something. You know what? Now I'm gonna tell you something. Thompson told me something. We're gonna come up with something. Cause we was talking about something. And I ain't gonna take no credit for cause it's his idea. He was talking about let's do like a shootout, a top gas shootout point top 8, but you got to be in the top 8 to get in the
Yeah.
shootout.
Hell,
Yeah,
I'm
like
on a
a
wheeler
top
bike. I
8
ain't
in
worried about that
points.
shit.
Oh, look at no! Oh, look at hey, but Josie got something to say. Then you got the Highway 20 now, man. Come on
She
now.
good.
Well, I
Yeah,
wish
they
Pinky
good
was on
too.
here. I wish Pinky was on here, but I sure hate my man Pinky wasn't on here. Boy, he was sure had something to say more than what I got to say. I know that. Hey, but
Yeah,
what I'll do, man, look here, man. I love it. And I appreciate you again, Dave, from coming on, getting on here with
no
us,
problem.
man. We supposed to have me, you, and Pinky doing our thing, man. But I'll see you this weekend. I'll be there myself Thursday morning. We're gonna make it do what it do. And I hope we pack this thing out, let them see what time it is with the manufacturers cup. We love y'all, man. Peace.
We'll
We'll
see
see
y'all
y'all
there.
next time. All right, see you at the track.